Man, I love virtual chairs. I love 3D chairs so much, I could virtually sit in one if I virtually could. And today, I tell you what, it's not quite a donut, but it works. I guess we're not making a chair actually. We're gonna be making a cabinet. That was a bit misleading. Sorry about that. Anyway, what you need to do is just make a cube, like this, and then use whatever you can to UV unwrap it. You can use cinema4d. I like to use this other program right here called Rhizome. And then copy and paste that, and then go into edge mode, and then select all the edges, and then press M, and then S, and then click and drag, and then you can bevel the edges, and then, do the same thing, and UV map it. It's a bit weirder, but it's the same concept. What I usually like to do is click 3 edges on top and 3 edges on bottom, and then you click one line that connects them, and that usually unwraps a brick or like a book sort of thing pretty good. Then what I suggest, instead of just scaling stuff normally, use the marquee select like this, in your edge mode or your points mode, because otherwise you'll screw up the beveled edges. Then when you're done making one door, just copy it and paste it like I have to here. And then, either use the piece with no edges or the one you just made and, make the rest of the cabinet like this. And to slow that down there for a second. And then don't forget those tiny little square pieces on the very bottom of the cabinet. And then to, change the pivot point to the corner, you press L on the keyboard, or, it's like the little axis button on the left. And that's pretty much it. And just copy and paste, the bottom chunk and make yourself a nice fancy shelf in there. And you need, to open a door, you need like some sort of knob device, right? Okay, so you just make a circle, or right? It's called a disc or cylinder. Spin the disc. Create a disc object. The disc. And then just control drag or control scale, or what I mean. Control drag and then move it or scale it, and then it'll make different line segments. And then it's one of my favorite things about cinema4d, I tell you what. Then when you get to the very end, just right click and then find the weld option. Then to unwrap this one, it was pretty easy. You just click a ring and then unclick one part of it, and then it unwraps pretty nicely. So there's that. Then you can take one of the beveled planks and then click the front piece and scale it in a bit and then move it out, and it'll give you a bit more of a noticeable edge. Sometimes I kind of think it looks nice, so I did that on this. And then just copy and paste that 4 more times to make those nice ridges on the inner part, the inside of the door next to the knob. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. And that's basically it. I mean, that is it. Or besides hinges, which I'm definitely not gonna do today, because they're too complicated. Well, they're not too complicated. They just take too much time. On a side note, I'm starting a subscription service for I'm gonna be putting 3D models like this on powderedbread.com for $5 a month. and there's only about 5 models on there right now, but I'll put this one on there, and if I should be able to post a news article that, it'll let you know when the subscriptions start. And, I'd love to see some people sign up because I think it would actually help a lot of people. And you know what? You don't even have to subscribe. There's free stuff and there's tutorials that I'm putting on there. And, I'm hoping it turns into a pretty fun website. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.